So, yes, we were nervous, but yes,
Yeah,
we were
I was
excited.
terrified. I was terrified.
We didn't know what to expect. Yeah, Banks.
This is the way I live.
All stoked on the song.
Guys, guess what? We decorated for Christmas.
Well,
I said something that really offended Connor the other day. I said that he's a little bit of the Grinch when it comes to Christmas.
Pause. It was not.
You were the Grinch.
It was not. You're just a little bit of the Grinch. It was. You're the freaking Grinch.
You have green eyes and green eggs and ham.
Okay, so the Grinch is green. And so since I have green eyes, I'm the Grinch.
The reason why I said that Binks and Crew and Connor were all being the Grinch, then no one wanted to help me decorate for Christmas.
I pulled the box down.
No one wanted
This is considered the decorating that has been done.
Wanted to help me.
We have garland
here jamming to my
on
music.
the table with our obvious important raid.
It's a little rough.
We got a tree skirt and some
not complete
stockings.
stockings.
We got a Christmas tree. Our house is a big mess. An advent calendar that's empty, and
of course the best part. Wait.
Right here.
You missed this.
Oh, the mistletoe. Nice.
Connor was
Nice.
pretty upset that we had to buy a brand new Christmas tree this year.
What?
You know, Christmas trees are expensive.
Why was I upset?
Target was like $400 yesterday, and he's like, "Why was it so much?" I'm like, "Cause a Christmas tree, obviously."
And then guys, we got this one. Meet me under the mistletoe. Oh, and don't forget, we got Crew's cool little potty. Just showing you guys everything here
Who
today.
loves Christmas the mostest? This girl. But I do have a very serious question for you. Is it appropriate to decorate for Christmas starting on November 1st? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
If it were up to you, when would you decorate, Connor?
Probably the 2nd of November.
Oh my, that's just so annoying. When would you actually decorate?
Probably after Thanksgiving.
That's like less than a month, people. Do you realize that's less than a month of decoration?
But shouldn't each holiday get its own celebration? Don't you think each holiday should get its own?
Here's the thing, I'm saving.
Wow, you want to skip it?
I'm saving. No, I don't want to skip the holiday. I'm saving me money by only decorating for Halloween and for Christmas.
That's her key
If I
thing.
decorate
I'm
for
saving you money
Thanksgiving,
to
then
do
I have to buy
this, and I'll do
Thanksgiving
it like this and this. All right, guys, we're gonna.
I have a quick story to tell you about saving money. Growing up, when I would go shopping for clothes, and I'd come home, and I'd say, "Dad, look at all these clothes I got." And the only thing that he would care about is he would say, "How much money did you save me?" So now, my goal in life is just to save money doing certain things. That's why
It's not, oh, I spent $400 getting things today. I saved you $70.
You know how at the bottom of your receipt it says you saved?
That's the circled part of it.
Yeah.
So guys, we've had quite the week. That's why our video hasn't been uploaded on Wednesday.
Yeah, we've all been sickies over here.
Been sickies, we had
Especially
Halloween.
Banks.
We all got
so
sick.
Sad. You've been sick.
Our landlord came into town.
Yeah, our landlord
And
is here.
We killed. Oh, let's show them our Halloween costumes.
Okay, first off, here's our Halloween costumes. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding.
Wow.
We each need our own moment for that.
Who was the highlight?
Banks and Crew were definitely the highlights. Crew was Woody. Actually, let's be honest, Connor was the star.
Guys,
of the
I
show.
was the best.
Connor's costume. He was Buzz freaking Lightyear.
To infinity
killed
and
it.
beyond, everybody.
Tell them about what the people said when you were trick-or-treating.
So as we got to one of our neighbors' homes, we hadn't met this lady before. Let's just call her elderly. This grandma yells from across the street and says, "Who bribed you to wear that costume?" And everyone was dying laughing because obviously I have my purple hat, or my purple ski mask.
It was so funny, guys. When he put it on, I was in
everyone
tears.
thought I was great. Everyone
in
called me a
tears.
good sport.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Bro was happy. I made my wings. We still have them. Guys, this looks like Buzz, doesn't it? We just want to say thank you to everyone who's new to our channel, everyone that's been here for a while.
Yeah,
we appreciate
guys.
all your comments. We read them. We appreciate all the likes and the subscribers and everybody that's here. So
it's really fun making videos for you guys and really fun to hear when you watch them and you love them. So thanks for being here.
And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. We love you guys. Crew's asleep for a nap, so that's why we decided to film the video. But yeah, we couldn't film it so we could get it uploaded Wednesday, but I mean,
sorry,
here we are
guys.
on Friday.
It's been a little wild. Life with 2 kids,
good.
man. It's really hard. It's been really hard to get into a routine and stick with it and stuff, so we appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah.
But first, we have to tell you about the most awful thing that happened to us last week.
You don't.
You
won't
know.
believe it. You won't believe it.
You just hold your little horses, because this
hold them.
is my worst nightmare, okay?
Okay.
So, here we go.
What happened? Begin.
I was walking in the line. I walked into the kitchen one night around 9:03 p.m.
While I was
Connor
very
was
ill.
asleep. He had been asleep since 6:45, and I was awake with this little guy. And I walk in and there's this massive roach, not exaggerating, crawling down the cupboard, and I'm like, whatever, like we've seen so many of these, it's whatever, I'm just used to it by now, but actually I was shivering inside. So I go to spray it, I go to get the Raid to spray it, and I come back and it was already on top of the cupboard, so I sprayed on top of the cupboard, and all of a sudden I hear this rustling. Oh, I can't even relive this again, this is so gross. I hear this rustling and I'm like, that's a really big bug. And then out of nowhere, like 10 massive roaches start sprinting in all these different directions on our ceiling, falling off the ceiling onto the floor, running everywhere, like chills down my spine. It was horrible. So I ran into the bedroom and I woke Connor up, and he was like so annoyed because he had just fallen asleep.
I was sick.
He comes out and we spent like the next hour killing all of these
Dude,
roaches. Okay?
Raid, we were going hard.
So
Just
disgusting.
I mean, these things, they were
so
big, like
disgusting.
they were prehistoric.
Yeah, they were freaking flying. Anyways, then I told Connor, I was like, I'm sorry, but I am not gonna hang out in the living room
And
tonight.
nurse,
Like,
and feed or anything.
No, because Banks has been sick, so he's been up most of the night. So I was like, I'm gonna be in the bedroom. So Connor, in the middle of the night, couldn't sleep because this little guy likes to keep us awake. So
Well,
Connor came out.
yeah,
You tell him.
Basically, because Britt turns on the light and she nurses, and it's really hard to sleep in the dark.
How dare I turn on?
Anyways, so I decided I'm gonna be tough and go sleep out on the couch around the bugs. Didn't think
He had
they...
no fear.
And so I slept,
Little did
nothing
you know.
crawled on me, nothing
Little
of the sort
did you
happened.
know.
The sun comes up and the light starts peering in, and I open my eyes and I am surrounded
In a graveyard.
in a partial graveyard. The dead were alive, and then there were some dead.
Wait, the dead were alive.
Like they were partially dead, like
Yeah.
they maybe
How many? 12.
12 cockroaches
12.
all around.
Big ones.
So I got the raid again, finished off
guys,
a couple that
adds up
weren't
to
finished.
22.
And we told our landlord, sent a picture of it.
So
I mean, yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It's terrible.
Anyways, found out that there's we had the pest control people come, found out that there's some big holes in our kitchen that lead outside. They said that they were big enough for rodents, so he was surprised we don't have rodents.
And the holes are caused by termites. So we have termites in our house.
And so our house is gonna have to be tended.
So we have termites, cockroaches, and could have been rodents.
And could have been rodents, but we got that taken care of. We're all good now. We're over our illnesses, basically.
So things are looking up. Oh!
As I say that, he's not over it.
So things are looking up, guys. But we're really excited for this video for you today. It's going to be questions you've always wanted to ask young married couple, young parents,
young
whatever
parents.
So I sourced these questions from my Instagram. And yeah, we're excited. We'll just get right into it.
Let's go, let's go. Well, this one just made me laugh, so I had to do
And
it.
right into it.
I will keep the name anonymous because that's what was asked. Were you nervous about doing the
They're all
deed?
anonymous.
Please keep this anonymous, ha ha ha. I would say, well,
Yeah.
for anybody who doesn't know, we saved ourselves till marriage. So, yes, we were nervous, but yes,
Yeah,
we
I
were
was
excited.
I was terrified.
We didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Britt left. I'm here with Banks now.
I'm already out.
All right, next question. Did you or Connor have to do a lot of changing / adjusting when learning to live together?
Yeah, had to get used to. Just kidding.
What? Let's hear it.
the toilet seat being up every second. Just kidding. I lived with boys growing up, so I was used to that. But honestly, Connor's pretty clean, so it's been really nice. I was really nervous that the person I married was going to be really dirty. I'm sure Connor feels the exact opposite, so that's awesome. That's awesome.
I just had to adjust. This is something that was definitely different for me. Britt wants to be like with me 24/7 and wanted, like when we were first married, obviously I wanted to be with her too, but she like wanted to be doing the exact same thing in the same location and physically touching, whether it was holding hands or hugging or arm around each other.
Did living with each other before you got married benefit? We actually didn't live together before we got married. Connor lived with my grandma for a little while.
She
right
loved
before we
me.
got married. So I would see him a lot, but
yeah, we didn't
live with each other. So
I could see how that would be a benefit, in a way, but also
if you're committed to each other, then I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
then,
I mean, you're gonna figure it out and get along with
and
it.
like, it's been so long, I'm trying to remember what things that I like adjusted.
I liked to make my bed. Well, when we
now
got
you
married,
don't anymore.
but now it's just a losing battle, honestly. Britt does not like to make the bed.
I guess I just don't understand the point in making a bed. That's so terrible.
I feel like we also, like at the beginning, you try to be on your best behavior for a little bit.
Yeah, and then your true self comes
And then
out.
and then you just start to leave the toilet seat up and like use all the toilet paper and not replace it and do all the little things. Or like leave a little bit of the milk in the fridge so that someone else has
There's nothing more annoying. There's nothing more annoying.
What's the question?
How did you decide what family to see on what holidays?
Oof. We still struggle with this one, I would say.
So hard. I think especially because we have the only grandkids on both sides, so there's like a lot. Everybody wants to see them, which is so fun.
And we were the first married on both sides, so it was like we kind of just chose what like Christmas we'd spend with which family, like
because
that
our
year.
families were always together no matter what, if that makes sense. Like they were always with each other whether we were there or not, so it made it hard.
Yeah.
Now that our siblings are married, it makes it a little bit easier. Some
but
of our
it's
siblings
still hard because like we want to be on the same schedule and you have to like match with their family, like your siblings' new family member. It's just kind of hard.
So I'd say mostly like we do, let's see.
We've done Thanksgiving a lot with my family.
Thanksgiving and 4th of July a lot with your family, and then
we switch with Christmas.
we switch off with Christmas, and we usually are with my family for like my parents' birthdays. Those aren't really holidays, but they're out here
they're
twice
holidays
a year.
in our family. Okay.
They're twice a year out here, so that's fun that we get to see them a lot. How do you handle finances? Connor's gonna tell you a little story.
So this is actually pretty funny because when we got married, we just were like, oh, we'll just split everything 50-50. I had a job where I made
My
like,
idea.
yeah, this was Britt's idea. I made 17 bucks an hour and Britt made 10. And so we split all of our stuff. So rent, like school, all the expenses, groceries, and then like we just said whatever is left we'll just spend on our own. We also had separate bank accounts. We just kept them separate for like the first like 6 months. Anyways, Britt was always like, how do you have so much extra money? Because I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, and I was like spending more money than her, and she was like,
because I wanted to like be able to buy clothes still, and Connor wanted to be able to like buy his technology. So I was like, his Apple Watches and his whatever. What do you like to spend money on? Surfboards and technology.
oh my gosh.
Anyways, so I thought that would be a perfect idea, but little did I know that
Her money didn't go as far.
my money didn't go very far.
So then what we did was we got the same bank account. We like got super focused on Mint
Budgeting,
and we
yeah,
budgeted
with Mint.
a lot. And then we kind of split up our finances and like put money into certain locations.
Yeah. So we had like a bunch of different accounts. In our bank account, we had like a car fund, we had like a travel fund, a rent fund,
Yeah, we created
emergency fund.
we just got a bunch of different savings accounts within the bank and just titled them all like kind of like their own buckets.
Yeah.
And like contributed a percentage every month of what we earned into that.
Yeah.
So that we felt, for me, that brought a lot of safety because Britt, like our problem was Britt would always see like a lump sum number and be like, oh, we're set. Like we got rent and like school and everything covered. But I was always looking at like I didn't think we did, and so then we like divided it all up and it brought a lot of peace of mind.
Yeah. Do you think you would have gotten married so quickly if you weren't waiting for marriage? I don't know. It's a good question.
It's a valid point.
Like, I did want to just be with Connor all the time, and with our beliefs, like, we wanted to wait, obviously, so that was a huge factor, but I still think I would have wanted to get married early. Like, I just really liked the idea of starting a life together, and so that was like making it official for me, but that's just me personally.
Yeah, I think also, like, just from what I was raised around and always saw, like, it wasn't weird to be young and married. It always seemed weirder to be a lot older and not married.
Yeah. Did your parents approve? I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor, how old were you?
It was like 22.
Sounds so young. But yeah, your parents were excited, and my parents were super excited too. They really liked Connor. I mean, who wouldn't? But I think they were nervous that I was young and wanted to make sure that I'd like dated enough, but as soon as they knew that I was sure, they were fine. How do you resolve fights? And there was a lot of questions about like arguments
and conflict. We've
definitely had our fair share of arguments over the years, and we're both really passionate people, so I feel like that sometimes creates a lot of arguments and frustrations. But something that we learned when we met with a counselor before we got married, Connor's parents gave us like this gift to go meet with a counselor before we got married, and at first I was like, that's kind of weird, but then when I went, I was so happy that we did, because it gave us all these tools to be able to like use when here, Connor's gonna go put banks down and I'm gonna finish telling you. Something that we were taught was to use like the other person's side of the brain. So picture your brain has two halves. One half is Britnee's side and one half is Connor's side, and to think with Connor's side of the brain. So if I was frustrated at Connor over something, I would try and think from his perspective, like, why is he feeling like that? Why is he doing this or whatever? And that's like really helped us to resolve a lot of arguments, because it makes you be more understanding for the other side, and it makes you not think about just your side and like why you're right, and think about maybe why they'd be right, and then it is a lot easier to come to an understanding. Okay, last question, because the boys are about,
and Cameron's about to die.
But how do you make time for each other now that you have kids? I would say going on dates and trying to spend time together when the boys go to bed at night.
Become an uber good planner like Britt, and an ultimate scheduler, so that every minute is packed with activities for the kids, and then whatever spare time there is, it's for you. And get your kids to bed early. It's essential.
Bye guys, thanks for watching, and happy holidays.